Hey guys and gals, Kurt McCudis, Grasshopper Lawn Care, with a not so fun job. You can see I'm sitting in a cold dark basement. Unfortunately, our main sewer drain has plugged up. So this is one of the shittier jobs you're going to have to do. Roto-Rooter, drain router, any of these commercial units are going to charge you usually, if you're lucky, $350 to $500 depending on what they find. Most of these can be done by the homeowner. I ended up just going to Harborfreight. I do pick up some tools there. I picked up their commercial drain auger. For the extra $100 with the coupon, you can get this for about $2.99. This is a self-feed. So wish me luck on this one. All right, this is the unit. The only assembly was the handle. 2 quick bolts, that's it. Well, I'm sorry, you do have to put the reverse and forward knob on. Reverse one way, forward the other. Keep note, that's Kimber. She's going to help with this project. You got a forward off, forward off and reverse right here. This reverse is not reverse to bring back the cable. It is if you're caught in a clog. You just want to tap that lightly, just if you're caught. Otherwise, use the reverse down here, or you're going to end up binding the cable in the drum and you're going to have problems. Does come with a tool holder, some different cutting heads. All right, this is going to go in, kind of a starter tool. It'll go around basically anything that's in there. Try to catch it, bring it back. This arrow-tipped one right here. If you have a complete block, I don't. I've got a slow one. But this would go through and kind of put a hold to start it out with. This is a cleaning tool. They say this isn't for roots, but I think if you got light roots, you'll probably be all right. I know I have a root problem, so I'm hoping this helps. But you put these two together. This is more towards after you got some water going, and this will kind of scrape the sides of the pipes and clean. And that is more like a grease cutting tool right there. So if you've got a grease clog, you want to start with that. All right, on the machine itself, you got a GFI built in, which is nice. Test, reset. This is your foot pedal or your knee pedal, depending on how you're sitting. This will go on the floor. When you want it to operate, you're just going to kneel or step on it. Again, these are the cutters. This is the end. All it is, one screw, looks like a Phillips. You pop that off, put whichever cutting head you want on, then you're good to go. You want to keep this machine as close to the drain as possible, at least within 2 feet. Take it nice and slow, let the machine do the work. You catch any resistance, stop, let it work, and then try to push through. All right. You could use rubber gloves under gloves, but do not just use rubber gloves on the end of this. They'll get caught up on the auger itself. Just a cheap pair, a good pair, whatever you got, of leather gloves to protect your hands. So I switched to forward. My controller is in forward. You can hand push this as far as it'll go. Now I'm just going to guide this. If I feel resistance or you see this starting to tense up, that means you hit something. All right, you can see I got a little tension there. That means I'm hitting something. So I'm going to back this off. Feeding in the slack. Going back and forward, see if we're still in the clock. I'm not feeding anymore, I'm just letting it work it. Now I'm giving her a little more. I'm obviously, wherever the clog is, I've hit the first part of it. Okay, I'm bringing her back up just to see what we got here. Well, I guess that's something. So we definitely hit a clog. I'm just gonna cut this off with a razor knife. All right, I've cleaned up the line. I've switched blades. I put the cutting blade on, ran it up and down the drain a few more times just to make sure I had anything. My clog cleared. I am good to go. I do believe this thing actually growled at me a few times as I was cleaning it. Keep in mind, Harborfreight does have a disclaimer on the box saying this really isn't for roots. So I probably have a kink or two in my lines I'm going to have to fix, but that's on me. I definitely hit roots. Once the drain was flowing properly, I did put a hose down this also. That way when I withdrew the cable, it kind of washed itself off. You want to keep your cable as clean as possible. Now that we know that we have this big of a root problem, we're obviously going to follow up every 3 months with a root killer, Root X or something of that nature. But to recap, $300 with the coupon bought me this machine. If you're not afraid to get dirty and do it yourself, you can save yourself a lot of money. I really hope this video helped you guys. Please like and subscribe. Take care.